You did not arrive here by accident. This message was meant for you. But why? Why now? And what unseen force has drawn you to this moment? Neville Goddard taught that everything in life unfolds with precision. There are no coincidences, only consciousness unfolding according to what you assume to be true. You are here because your awareness has led you to this knowledge. Whether you realize it or not, something within you has been seeking, asking, calling for confirmation. And now the answer is before you. Have you ever had a moment when a message appeared at just the right time, when you were thinking about something deeply, and suddenly, you saw the exact words you needed to hear? That is not luck. It is not chance. It is the movement of your own consciousness guiding you toward a deeper realization of who you are. In the next few minutes, you will discover why you are seeing this now, how universal signs are constantly speaking to you, and how the law of assumption has been shaping your reality all along. If you have been waiting for a sign, let this be the moment you finally recognize that you were never waiting at all. You were always creating. Neville Goddard once said, "Change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live." You are not merely a passive observer of reality, you are the creator of it. Every experience, every encounter, and even this very moment has been shaped by your consciousness. You may think you stumbled upon this message by chance, but the truth is, your awareness has led you here. Something within you has been seeking understanding, and in response, reality has rearranged itself to bring you exactly what you need. Take a moment to reflect. What thoughts have been occupying your mind lately? What questions have been stirring in your heart? If you feel that life has been nudging you toward something greater, that is no accident. That is the movement of consciousness, revealing to you that you are ready for a shift. The knowledge you are about to receive has always been available, yet you could only arrive at this moment when you were truly prepared to receive it. So the real question is not whether this message was meant for you, but rather, what will you do with it? Synchronicity and universal signs. Everything in existence is interconnected. The events in your life, the thoughts you entertain, and the emotions you feel are not isolated occurrences. They are threads woven into a larger pattern, constantly shaping the reality you experience. Have you ever thought about someone, only to have them call you moments later? Have you ever been searching for an answer, only to stumble upon it in the most unexpected way? These are not coincidences. They are evidence of an intelligent universe responding to your inner world. Neville Goddard taught that your consciousness creates your reality, and the external world is merely a reflection of your assumptions. When you hold a question in your heart, the answer appears, not because it was placed there by chance, but because your awareness called it forth. Right now, the fact that you are hearing these words is a sign, a confirmation, a reminder that the universe is always communicating with you. The question is, are you paying attention? What patterns have been appearing in your life? What messages have been trying to reach you? The more aware you become, the more you will recognize that life itself is speaking to you in ways you may have never noticed before. The law of assumption is always at work. Whether you realize it or not, you are constantly shaping your reality through the law of assumption. Neville Goddard stated, "Man moves in a world that is nothing more or less than his consciousness objectified." In other words, the world you experience is simply a reflection of what you assume to be true. If you assume that life is difficult, you will find obstacles at every turn. If you assume that opportunities are abundant, you will encounter them everywhere. Your beliefs do not merely influence reality, they create it. Consider this. Have you ever noticed that when you expect the worst, things seem to go wrong? And when you confidently expect success, doors open effortlessly? That is the law of assumption in action. The external world conforms to your internal convictions, not the other way around. Right now, take a look at your life. What patterns keep repeating? What areas feel stuck? These are not random. They are the manifestations of your dominant assumptions. The good news is that assumptions can be changed. The moment you shift your inner beliefs, your outer world will begin to transform. What new reality are you ready to assume today? This is your moment of choice. Right now, you stand at a crossroads. Every thought you think, every feeling you embrace, and every belief you hold is shaping the direction of your life. The question is, are you choosing consciously, or are you allowing old assumptions to dictate your future? Neville Goddard taught that the present moment is where all power resides. The only thing that prevents you from realizing your desire is your failure to accept the fact that you are already that which you seek. Your desires are not distant possibilities. They are present realities waiting to be assumed. Take a moment to reflect. Are you living by choice or by habit? Are you assuming success, abundance, and fulfillment? Or are you unconsciously repeating the same patterns of doubt and limitation? Right now, you have the power to decide, to choose a new state of being, to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and walk in that conviction. Your life is always responding to your assumptions. What reality will you assume from this moment forward? Pay attention to universal signs. The universe is always speaking to you. Every day, in ways both subtle and profound, it reveals clues that confirm you are on the right path, or that a shift is needed. The question is, are you noticing? Neville Goddard taught that external reality is nothing but a reflection of your inner world. When you assume something to be true, life begins to mirror that assumption back to you. The signs you see, recurring numbers, meaningful coincidences, words spoken at just the right time, are not random. They are confirmations of what is already unfolding in your consciousness. Think about the signs you have been noticing lately. Have certain themes, words, or symbols been repeating? Have you felt a deep sense of knowing without logical explanation? These are not accidents. They are the universe aligning with your inner state. If you have been waiting for confirmation, take this as a message. You are being guided. Your desires are acknowledged. Your assumptions are taking form. The more you trust, the clearer the signs will become. Are you willing to believe in what you are being shown? The power of the present moment. All that exists is now. The past is a memory. The future is a possibility. But the present, this very moment, is where your creative power resides. Neville Goddard said, "Be still and know that you are God." In other words, recognize that your consciousness is the source of everything you experience. Yet so many people live trapped in regret over the past or anxiety about the future, never realizing that the only time they can create change is right now. What are you focusing on in this moment? Are you dwelling on past disappointments? Are you fearing an uncertain future? Or are you choosing to assume the reality you truly desire? If you want to reshape your life, begin here. Feel the wish fulfilled now. Assume that your desire is already yours and live from that state. The future will unfold according to what you assume in the present. The only question is, what are you choosing in this moment? Free yourself from limiting beliefs. The only barriers that exist are the ones you accept as real. Every limitation, every struggle, every feeling of impossibility is rooted in a belief, one that can be changed. Neville Goddard taught, "Man is only limited by weakness of attention and poverty of imagination." If you believe you are unworthy, life will reflect that assumption. If you believe success is difficult, you will experience obstacles. But the moment you shift your belief, the outer world must follow. What limiting beliefs have you been carrying? Do you assume that change takes time? That opportunities are scarce? That you are not enough? These are not facts. They are simply ideas that have been repeated until they feel real. Right now, challenge them. What if the very thing you desire is already yours, waiting for you to claim it? What if the only thing holding you back is an outdated assumption? Choose a new belief, and life will reorganize itself around it. What truth will you accept today? Inspired action transforms reality. Thought and feeling set the foundation, but action brings the unseen into form. Neville Goddard emphasized that you must persist in the assumption of your wish fulfilled, living as though it is already true. But living from the state of your desire is not passive. It is movement, alignment, and embodiment. Ask yourself, if you already had what you desire, how would you think? How would you feel? What small actions would you take naturally? Those are the steps that bring your vision into reality. Inspired action is not forced effort. It is the movement that arises from a deep knowing that what you seek is already yours. It may come as an intuitive nudge, an idea that excites you, or a simple shift in how you carry yourself each day. What action can you take today, no matter how small, that aligns with the life you are choosing to create? The moment you step into that energy, reality will begin to reshape itself around you. Trust the timing of the universe. Everything unfolds in perfect order. Just as a seed does not sprout the moment it is planted, your desires take time to manifest. The delay is not denial, it is preparation. Neville Goddard said, "Signs follow, they do not precede." This means you must persist in your assumption before you see external proof. Most people look for evidence before they believe, but the truth is, belief comes first. Reality adjusts afterward. Have you ever noticed how some desires take longer to manifest than others? It is not because they are harder to achieve. It is because doubt, impatience, or attachment can interfere with the process. The more you trust, the faster things align. Right now, let go of any need to control the timing. Assume that your desire is already on its way. Trust that the universe is orchestrating every detail. When you release resistance and remain in the state of knowing, what you seek will arrive in ways you could never have predicted. Are you willing to trust the unseen? Gratitude as a manifestation tool. Gratitude is more than appreciation. It is alignment with abundance. When you feel grateful, you confirm to the universe that you already have what you desire. And when you assume possession, reality must reflect that assumption. Neville Goddard taught, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and continue therein." This is the essence of manifestation, to live in the emotional reality of your desire before it materializes. But most people make the mistake of waiting until they see evidence before they feel grateful. They believe that once the money arrives, the relationship blossoms, or the opportunity appears, then they will give thanks. But the law of assumption requires the opposite. You must first assume the feeling, and only then will the outer world conform to that inner state. Gratitude is the simplest yet most profound way to assume fulfillment. Why? Because when you are grateful for something, you are affirming its existence. You do not express deep, heartfelt gratitude for something you doubt. You do not sincerely thank the universe for something you believe is out of reach. True gratitude comes from a place of certainty, from the knowing that what you seek is already present in your consciousness. And because your consciousness creates reality, this assumption must take form. Think about how powerful this shift is. Instead of saying, "I hope this happens," or "I wish I could have this," you begin saying, "Thank you that it is already done." Imagine wanting financial abundance. Instead of dwelling in lack, worrying about bills, or stressing over how money will come, you close your eyes, breathe deeply, and say, "I am so grateful for the wealth that flows effortlessly into my life." The moment you assume that feeling of financial security, you align yourself with it. This applies to every area of life. If you seek love, do not dwell in loneliness. Give thanks for the deep connection that is already unfolding. If you desire success, do not wait for recognition. Express gratitude for the opportunities that are already aligning in your favor. When you shift into a state of thankfulness, you stop chasing and start receiving. Right now, take a moment to practice. Close your eyes and bring to mind a desire that is dear to you. Instead of yearning for it, feel grateful as if it has already arrived. Let that gratitude fill your heart. The more you cultivate this feeling, the more effortlessly your reality will reshape itself to reflect it. Gratitude is not a reaction. It is a creative force. It is the bridge between imagination and reality. Are you willing to step into that state now and claim what is already yours? You were led to this message for a reason. Nothing is random. Your consciousness has drawn you here. Neville Goddard taught that life is a reflection of your assumptions. What you consistently assume to be true shapes your reality. The signs, synchronicities, and intuitive nudges you receive are confirmations that the universe is responding to you. The question is, are you paying attention? More importantly, are you willing to shift your assumptions and claim the life you desire? The present moment is your point of power. Let go of limiting beliefs. Trust divine timing. Take inspired action, and practice gratitude as if your wish is already fulfilled. Now it is your turn. What new assumption are you choosing today? Hold it as truth, persist in it, and watch as reality reshapes itself around you. Your life is always responding to you. Assume wisely.